When people mention the Igorot tribe, many would immediately think that they are the uncivilized, short, dark, and curly-haired people who live in the mountains of Cordillera, wearing G-strings, hand-woven skirts, and have tails. But their identity does not end with that, because who and what they really are is something we still don't know much about. There are so many things regarding them that most people are not aware of until now, even though they are one of our main ancestors. That is why, let's learn more about them through this short video.
Ay, 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 ugayam, galayaman, ugayam, galayaman.
Igorot is a crude ethnic gathering in the Philippines. The Igorots' way of life and customs are famous on account of their garments, living among the root crops, and the numerous applications for marriage, travel, and cultivating. The word Igorot was named by the Spaniards in this ethnic gathering as alluding to clans they didn't colonize in central Luzon. It comes from the word godot or mountain chain, the beginning of the word, and is added by the prefix I, which signifies live in. According to William Henry Scott, Filipinos born on the Gran Cordillera Central were generally called Igorots, but he eventually explained that they could accurately be referred to by the names of six different ethno-linguistic groups: Isneg or Apayao, Kalinga, Bontok, Ifugao, Kankanay, and Ibaloy.
Talking about their physical appearance, their complexion is not very dark, olive brown, and rarely yellowish as found among the mestizos. The body build is strong and they have well-developed musculature. The average height of the man is 4 feet and 8 inches, and the woman is 4 feet and 5 inches. It is generally claimed that the Igorots have a strong Chinese blood mixture, and some authorities even claim that the Japanese blood has also been mixed with that of the Igorots. The Igorot hair is cut in straight line from the forehead on both sides of the face so that it covers the forehead down to the base of the nose and the ears. In their clothing, ladies wear vivid skirts or long skirts, accessories, and pots. Long hand-woven underwear is worn by the guys. They must have a tattoos on their bodies because they signify the greed and reputation of a member of the public. They are extremely cautious in picking present-day garments. Since they were raised, they would adore their customs more. Moving on to their way of existence, swapping, weaving, chasing, farming, planting, yelling, dealing, and gathering is their only means of subsistence. Root crops, which are their primary food source, are their own yields, like yams, corn, potatoes, carrots, nuts, and organic products found in the woods. The worth of their commitment to the world is the Banawe rice terraces. The rice terraces in the Cordillera Mountains, which are more than 2,000 years old, are evidence of their high level of knowledge of structural and hydraulic engineering. The rice terraces are the only monuments in the Philippines that show no evidence of having been influenced by any colonial cultures. For this reason, the rice terraces have been included in the UNESCO World Heritage Site list. In terms of their traditions and beliefs, like other ethnic gatherings, the Igorots are likewise wealthy in customs. A considerable lot of their petitions are about early termination, marriage, and multiplication. There are parts in it where spirits think that they are saving in one. Likewise, fighting, love, dedication, professional decisions, or travel have a rundown of petitions or directions that should be done through their chief. But one thing that is really unique about them that the other ethnic groups don't have is their dawahs. It is an ancient ritual passed on from generation to generation, even in this age of the World Wide Web. Many of today's Igorots are also Christians, but unlike the rest of the Christendom, they practice the dawahs not only in this season of All Hallows and Souls, but whenever someone died unexpectedly or was murdered, or met an accident, especially on a massive scale. Their efforts in preserving their traditions stand out, and not all of the existing ethnic groups in the country manage to be as dedicated as them in continuing the practices taught by their ancestors.
Just like any ordinary Filipino citizen, the Igorots are living and coping with the changes in the world, but unlike any of us, they continue holding on to their roots and bringing their traditions into this modern day. And generally speaking, the tribes in the Philippines are awfully misunderstood, but people should be aware and be knowledgeable about groups of people even though they are not specifically part of it. Disseminating accurate information about this is essential to stop the spread of faulty descriptions about the people like Igorots who contributed so much to the rich culture and history of the Philippines.